to focus on is one that gets attention, has immersion, and gets conversion. Those are the only things that you need to focus on in your content strategy. Let's talk about each one, why they're important, what they mean, and how you're able to implement these strategies in your 2025 and beyond content strategies. Okay. So, attention, of course, is just getting people to watch your videos. And it's really talking about what people care about the most. We have immersion. Immersion would be just talking about the things that people care about, but on a deeper level to where you're creating binge-worthy content. We'll get into details on how to actually do that, but I want to get through the three. And then lastly, you have conversion. And conversion, a lot of people get mixed up, and I feel like this is the biggest fail for especially small businesses. But conversion is converting the attention into a next step. A lot of people think about conversion as converting to a sale, but it's all wrong. It's like meeting somebody for the first time and then asking for a kiss. Like, it's very, unless you're, like Italian or something, you meet somebody and you kiss on both cheeks. Like, as soon as you meet somebody, handshake, you want to get to know them and stuff. Like, you're not exchanging um, bank account information, like it's too personal. So there's some other conversion steps that we need to address first before we get to converting to sales. So now that we've talked about what those things are, let's go ahead and address why it's important to have a specific goal for each one of these steps. So we actually want to have a specific conversion goal for each one of these steps. And so for attention, we want to have a conversion goal of something to the effect of engagement or a follow, but most importantly, the biggest thing that we can do in order to get someone's attention and keep their attention is to give them a reason to come back. And so I like series. I like having like some type of freebie, a resource that invites someone into your world, and your content is the beginning of your future customers solving a problem. But then a freebie or a series is them being able to continue to move on with you in solving their problem. And if you're just joining me in this live, thanks so much for hanging out. I am talking about the one content strategy that small businesses need to focus on in 2025. And so that is getting attention, that is audience immersion, and then that is audience conversion. And so we want to get attention by talking about the things that your audience cares about the most. For instance, if you sell skincare products, your audience might care about acne, they might care about makeup removal, they might care about natural products for sensitive skin. So, talking about those things, even if you're not trying to sell them right away, those are going to interest them because they have problems. And, I'm not having any breakouts right now, but sometimes I do. Nobody cares, so that's cool. Um, Thanks for being here and telling me that nobody cares. That's all right. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. So, we have attention, and just note, sometimes you will get people that are mean spirited and want to say mean things. Somebody said nobody cares. And I'm just like, all right, well, you're up in the middle of the night or the middle of the day, wherever you are in the world, caring enough to leave a comment. So, cool beans. But moving on to immersion content is really just, it's like how we get wound up in series, and we're looking at TV series, and the first one you're interested, and then something good happens, there's cliffhangers, there's all of these ups and downs and stories in the different shows that we watch, and you start getting immersed, and all of a sudden you're binge watching whatever TV show that you're watching. I mean, I love Virgin River. We have I mean, there's just so many different shows that we, but Virgin River like is like top of mind for me, because I just loved that show. um, and the whole point is to create content that people can immerse themselves in. So it's really finding a balance between giving meaningful and educational information in your content, but also finding a balance to connect personally in order to get people emotionally involved. And I actually have a framework that I use with myself and my clients in order to do this. I call it the PET marketing messaging framework, because just like a pet, we want to take care of a pet, we also want to take care of our audience. And so our pets need practical help. They need to be fed. They need emotional attention. They want to be played with. They want to be cuddled on and pet. And then they need tangible things, right? They might need collars and, you know, little doggy footies or something like that. Um, that like something specific that they need, right? Sometimes they need medicine. These are like physical things that they actually need sometimes. And the same thing is with our customers. They need something practical from us. Then in order for them to want to spend money eventually, they need to be emotionally invested in some way. And then you have to help them see what is the tangible transformation that they get out of using your product or using your service. And so when you put all of those together, then you're able to start building an immersive content strategy. And in this point, this is where we're really wanting to get our next level of conversions. So we're not asking for a sale yet. We are simply upping the level of commitment, which would be to download a freebie, book a call, join a webinar, order a sample if you sell physical products, or order an entry level product or service, or like PDF, just your base level, something that people can start testing you out. We might call these tripwires, when you have like a freebie or a resource, and then you have a very small offer that's almost like a no-brainer. And these allow people to kind of test the waters with your product or your service before making a big commitment. And so then finally we get to the big conversion that we all want, which is sales. And so what does a content strategy for conversion to sales look like? It's a combination of using social media, using email, and having like a cyclical journey of going from content to conversation to email back to content. And this journey is just kind of going like this until it's going around, until ultimately they end up where they are pressing the button to order with you. Right, so that could start off on a YouTube live, and then you hit the link in my description where you can join my YouTube growth challenge, where you go live for 30 days and get strategies and tactics from me. The link is in the description. Then you join my email list, and then you get other guidance and other resources from me, and you learn more about how I can help you. And maybe we have an email conversation, and then I tell you I'm on Instagram, and you pop over on Instagram, you see one of my posts there, you send me a DM and say, oh, this was very interesting. Then I send you back to YouTube, or you get an email of a link, or YouTube notifies you that I have another video out, or that I'm live again because you popped in on this live. Then you comment and I leave a comment, and it just keeps on going on, and you go from being immersed to ready to convert, because now you know that you can actually trust the information that I'm giving. You feel confident about what you'll get out of it, and you want to work with the person that you see on the other side, and hopefully that would be me one day. um, and you want that for your customers. You want them to not only believe that your product works, you want them to believe that it can work for them, and you want them to believe that that type of product or service that you're offering from you, because of the support you could give, the quality, the experience of working, talking, just being around you virtually, right? Or in person if you have a brick and mortar. But the content strategy is not so much about the biggest editing that you can do. And thank you so much for everybody joining me live here. I appreciate you. It's 11:12 p.m. tonight. This is day 4 of my YouTube growth challenge, and I am tired and will be going to bed after this, but it is a great way to grow. And if you don't know about it, you can go check out my first video on it. But ultimately, your content strategy is not about all the fancy edits. It's not about a whole bunch of crazy transitions. It's not about it's not even about getting like hundreds of thousands of views or hundreds of thousands of followers, of subscribers. It's really about getting the right attention from the right people and funneling that attention to a next step. Like, what's the next thing, right? When I meet a cool person, and I'm working out, and another girl, she's like close by and she's working out, and we start asking each other questions and we're conversing, and next thing you know it, I find out she has little kids that's the same ages around my children. And then we're like, oh, I've worked in this industry. Oh, yeah, me too. And I do this. Oh, yeah, me too. And you're married, I'm married. And you start finding all of these different connections. Before you leave, somebody wants to ask, like, hey, this was so nice talking with you. Let's exchange numbers so we can do it again. And that's ultimately what you want your content to do. That's all you should be thinking about, is how can you get your audience to say, hey, I want to do this again. I want to watch you again. I want to listen to you again. I want to learn from you again. And there's two aspects to this, because if you're a service-based product, if you're a service-based company, a lot of times you'll be leaning on education, and that's great. However, if you are a product-based company, I feel like a lot of product-based companies lean more into what a product does. Like, what does it, the skincare products that I sell, it's gonna clear your skin up, it's gonna make it smooth, and it's gonna make you glow, and all of this. And it's not as much education, and it should be. Whereas service-based companies, the content should definitely be engaging in educational content, but also thought leadership content, where you're challenging the beliefs that people think, you're challenging the way that people have always understood things to be, and saying the reason why you don't have the thing that you want is because of X, Y, and Z, not because of A, B, and C like you thought. And so helping people to get different perspectives think differently, see themselves differently, acknowledge their problems differently, that's where you'll start to draw in attention of the people that are fed up with everything that has not worked for them, and they'll start buying into the belief that you can actually help them get what they want. Because ultimately, when someone is buying something, they're buying something that they want, not because they want that thing, but because they believe that thing is going to get them closer to what they want. Even if it's fancy clothes, they're buying the impression that they are making on other people and the status that they get in other people's eyes from wearing those luxury clothes. If you are getting your hair done a certain way, then maybe you're buying into like the feel of beauty, not necessarily that you just want your hair done, but the feel of beauty or the perception that you're going to give out to others that you're beautiful based on the hairstyle that you want. Or even for yourself, just that you feel good about yourself, that this is the look that you want to give. If somebody wants help with their marketing, because I help with digital marketing, then we're talking about someone, they don't care that much about content marketing. If they didn't have to content market, most businesses wouldn't. Most businesses don't. But if they believe that content marketing will help them get closer to becoming more profitable, then they'll want to do that, right? And so I talk about messaging and how using the right words with the right people helps you attract customers. And those that want to attract customers and are not necessarily into all the fancy edits and having to put on the pony show in order to get people to watch videos, and then not even necessarily be the right people to watch the videos to buy their stuff. I'm here for the people that want to focus on the message and get genuine interest that could be potential customers. That I'm not here to help you get a million subscribers. I'm here to help you find the right words to attract the right people that are ultimately going to want to buy your stuff. And if you want to play in the popularity contests, I'm not your girl. I'm not here for the popularity contest. If I were, I'd be having a whole bunch of, I'd be having the aesthetic background and just having like a whole bunch of stuff. I would have makeup on. I would be having a whole production, and I'm not saying that I don't like the production sometimes. But what I'm saying is that ultimately the message means more than the the visual. It means more than um, all the post production stuff, all the editing. It means more. It means the most. Your message means the most in your marketing, and you can trick people for a little bit with them believing that you are someone they should listen to with fancy edits, because you can look the part, but then when they start paying attention they realize that it's just fluff, or that it's just repetitive stuff that they've heard from other places. But how are you able to provide a meaningful marketing message that not only helps, but it also means something? And that's why I refer back to my pet marketing messaging, which is giving your audience something practical, multiple things that are practical, but a practical message, an emotional message, and a tangible transformation. Like, if you don't have those, your content marketing strategy is not going to work. Because if it's practical, people love how to do this, how to do that, how to make the perfect manicure, how to get stains out of your clothes, how to get more leads for your business, how to build a personal brand. People love answering how to questions, but if you don't have anything that emotionally invests them and connects the heart and the mind to your business, then they're going to get the how-to answers and then they're going to leave. That's it. And they're not going to stick around for that. So you want to give something practical, you want to connect with people emotionally, and then you want to help them have a tangible transformation. That's them seeing themselves in a different view, that's them changing their perspectives, that is them seeing themselves being able to get exactly what they want out of whatever your product or service is. And so in 2025 and beyond, that is the only thing that your business, excuse me, that is the only thing that your business needs to focus on in your content marketing strategy, is to create a content marketing strategy that gets attention, that creates audience immersion and audience conversion, not just converting to a sell, but converting to the next step in the customer journey that ultimately gets your future customer ready to buy from you. And so in my upcoming videos, I'll be talking about more on how to get people ready to buy from you and what are the steps that they need to take in order to eventually convert into a customer. But for now, I am going to really, Derek, my husband, I love you. I love you very much. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you found this video valuable. And if you haven't already, make sure that you check out the link in the description and join my YouTube Growth Challenge, where I'm going live for 30 days in a row to maximize my visibility, awareness, and growth. And I invite you to do the same and get some strategies and tactics from me, and the chance to have win a strategy call with me. So that's it for now. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and remember to share a meaningful marketing message with someone you can help. That's it for now, and I will see you in the next one.